Oh my goodness, we're already live. How could something like this happen? How is everybody? How is the harping out yonder? It was a long week of working here in Kansas in the 95 to 100 degree heat. I think today it was about 100. So this morning I unboxed something new. This is one I've been looking for a while. This is the Vocalizations and G2. And I'll just let you hear it. It's pretty tasty. Yeah, to those of you who are just arriving, I got a Vescovich in the mail, and it is fantastic. I got a few harps from him back when he first started building harps almost 4 years ago, and this thing is killer. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Dr. Galerpin, I just got in today, and the unboxing is going to air next Friday, but this is a Vescovich in G2, and it says, no herp, just burp. Nice. I had a few beers last night to help get tuned in for the full moon. There was a little bit of that. The Herp live. What's everybody playing? What are you into? I've been playing Chang last night. I got on a bass kick, drum kick too, meditated in the dark, and then ended up waking up at like 4 o'clock. And I'm like, I fell asleep meditating just in the dark in complete silence. It was fantastic. Even this Vescovich, it's polished so well, it feels really nice on the lips. What made Jars A says, what made me get into the jaw harp? Well, about 4.25 years ago, I had a hernia surgery and I took 2 months off work to recover because they put me on a 10-pound weight restriction, which nothing in heating air weighs 10 pounds except for your meter. Somebody said they got a poking today. Oh, awesome. And I ended up going to Hobby Lobby in Hayes, Kansas. Met my mother-in-law and her husband, and me and my wife went. And in Hobby Lobby, I found this toy, almost the equivalent of a Snoopy harp. I think it was a little bit better than a Snoopy harp. And I absolutely loved it and looked up online. I'm like, well, I need to find a better jaw harp because I think this is just a toy. First thing that came up was mouthmusic.com, which is no more. I think mouthmusic.com is shut down. About a Chancellor, a Zology Chancellor, and it was slippery slope from there. Started playing harps, started making harps, started selling harps. I Am Smiley says, feeling like I'm starting to figure out the Chang stuff. Oh, yeah. Chang is a wonderful, wonderful thing to fall into. It does have a bit of a learning curve, or a different learning curve at first than a saturated harp. I think playing Chang makes you a really good player because you really have to search for the Chang sound. It's very humbling to play the Chang, or it was for me after playing really saturated harps and playing the Chang. Like, I don't like it. Now they're one of my favorite styles. But it took me a long time to start to figure it out. Once Mark Groudon turned me on to the open-close thing, I'm like, oh, now I get it. Because you hear Chang players doing open-close glottis, and you're like, well, how do you do that? You think it's plucking fast. Something Chris says, quick question, how do you change the tune on a jaw harp? Well, a jaw harp is fixed at a certain frequency. Some are tuned to notes, some are not. And a note isn't a stamp of quality, but it is kind of a meeting place for musicians. I do have a video on tuning the harp. Put this comment on the video after it's posted, and then I'll post a link to it. Or if you look up how to tune a jaw harp, you can weigh the trigger down, like Zology or... I don't even have a Zology handy, do I? I was playing a Zology last night, but I don't know where it went. They weigh it down with solder and then remove a little bit to raise up to note. So anytime you increase weight on the trigger, it drops the frequency, but also reduces the volume. This is hyper. Oh, nice! I'm Michael Smith. I'm so glad you're joining us and watching the videos. I hope you enjoy them. And the other way is just removing metal off the trigger will raise your tone because the reed vibrates faster. It'll raise your tone and it'll kind of increase the volume, but it's going to decrease that sustain. Or you can remove metal from the reed. I like removing it in this dimension, the first 2/3, and that will drop it, but it will increase sustain but decrease volume. Oh, cool. So there's about 3 or 4 different ways to tune harps. And if you want to drop the tone of your harp and without a shop, semi-permanent, just take beeswax and ball it up in your hand and press it into there. And the more beeswax you have on it, the more you can weigh it down. And then you could always just get the beeswax back off and have your harp return to normal. A good harp, you should probably leave it at what the maker set it at. Say I shot an unboxing actually in the harpery today for the first time in a while. So my cell phone holder is askew, and it still is. It always will be. My head's on kind of crooked, so it helps if the camera is just the right amount of crooked. What's everybody playing? What are you into? I'm playing this Vocalizations. And I was gonna get into it, get lost a little bit last night. I got really weird on the harp last night. Yeah, I'm nyet, nyet, nyet. Nyet, 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 nyet. Here I'm just have my tongue cupped to the roof of my mouth, and I'm dropping the back of my tongue back. And, but I'm keeping the tip of my tongue right on the roof of my mouth. I get this deep, really nasally, hollow. So I'm putting my tip of my tongue here, and then dropping my tongue back and opening my my throat. If I was to do it singing, I'd be like, no. There's me opening and closing my glottis, doing that same technique. There's me taking the tip of my tongue off, dropping it down, getting it back to center, adding some breath. He. But I'm opening and closing my glottis too. That he. It sounds, it's really hillbilly. And let's get something a little bit raspier, or more saturated, or just something really loud. We're gonna get into this. This is a Pijov. Rob Lay says it's 3 a.m. in Germany. I can't even talk today. It's 3 a.m. in Germany, but I'm staying awake now. Oh, nice. Burning the midnight harp oil. Yow, yow, yow. Meow, 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 meow. And I'm bringing my lips off of it, and so I'm like dropping the volume of it, and like it kind of softens it, and then I'm bringing my lips back on, because even your lips touching the harp and coming off make their own sound. So I can add it to that. And I'm also opening and closing my glottis. That's when you say the word better, butter, or bottle, or if you laugh. Yeah, like mo, mo, or meow, meow. Mo, mo, mo. But I'm also opening and closing my glottis and feeding it short puffs of air, in and out breaths. Or meow. Meow, hee, hee, meow, hee, hee. But even if your lips are just touching, they make their own sound coming on and off of it. And start moving your tongue up and down. If you do that meow, 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 and move your tongue up and down. La, 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 la. Here's the meow, 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 then the la, 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 on top of it. So I like doing something and creating kind of a rhythm, and then filtering in other things on top of it. With that meow, 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 and la, la, la. And I said we'd play something hillbilly sounding. I need something around about a C. What are you? Blackfire are great for sounding hillbilly. There's a D. Ooh, D sharp. We'll get down on a D harp and D sharp. It's Salaji. I want to grab a lower Blackfire for that. See if I can find one. Blackfire, where are you hiding? No, I have one in... Oh, B. There we go. Let's play that one. We're going to do some muting, which I've really been into as of late. And some draw starts, but I'm going to manually draw start it because a well-centered harp, if the reed is straight in line with the decks for clear sound, doesn't have a draw. If the reed becomes deformed forward or is pressed forward or is made so that it sits slightly in front, you get a draw start like you do on much of your Morchang. Or if you have a harp that you play outward a lot, it will probably start to develop a draw because what happens to that reed is it starts going like bending a little bit outward this way. I'm going to do what I call a manual draw. I'm just going to press the base of the reed forward with my thumb. Here's without pressing. I have no draw, but if I press it forward at just the right place, and I don't want to be too far down because the further down you are, the more it muffles it. I want to be right at the base. So I'll do that like at the end of things. See if I can get some outward stuff going. I've been practicing a little bit outward. I don't do a ton of outward play. I'm just going to go ahead and switch back to that inward technique. There I'm at the back of my mouth. If you're breathing normally, but I'm kind of closing it off. And you get this cool sound in the background, and it kind of changes the tone. I'll start off just breathing a rhythm, and then I'll start closing that off with the back of my tongue. And you can hear it a little bit in the background. And I don't know how well it comes through on the microphone, but I really like what it adds. Kind of adds a raspy type of rattle in it. And if you want to hear the breath more when you're... bring your lips off of it because you'll notice the volume changes significantly as you bring your lips off. With your lips on, the more you have it stuffed in the corner... the more you stuff it in the corner, the more you enclose it, and the more you're milking all those vibrations and that sound that's coming off of it. And the more you bring your mouth away, the more you're reducing the volume of it and kind of changing the sound a little bit. That's where I let that breath sound through, and I'm just closing my mouth off. If I'm breathing and then close it with my tongue, I'm pushing the back of my tongue up. It's easier to do with the harp because you have a little bit of resistance. If you're doing it just without a harp in your mouth and you don't have no resistance, what I call back pressure. I don't know what more learned harpists than me call it, but I call it back pressure because I feel the pressure bouncing into it. You can feel it pushing back. Michael Smith says, I'm really having fun with mine and tend to add words and phrases like, oh, it fades. Comments crop up for a second and then they fade out and I lost it. But yeah, you can totally use vocalizations and vowel sounds and all that in there. Let's just give that a try. A-E-I-O, A-E-I-O, if I just mouth it. I wonder what happened if I vocalize it. Let's just give it a try. And I can't do Mongolian throat singing. I don't have the knowledge or the technique yet to do that, but I'm just kind of doing a low throat kind of growl over the top of it. And I don't do that much in videos, but a lot of times sitting down here in the dark, I'm playing the harp and I'll just be vocalizing just nonsense or gibberish or that slow right in the background. So let's give that a try. I'm and you start to get lightheaded really quickly because you're breathing and you're also doing a bit of singing and you're doing this. I'm doing it all in out breath, and then I'll probably sneak in an in breath at the end, just a big puff of air. So we'll see let's see if I can keep talking and doing this because my brain is slowly going away as I'm, not going away, but going somewhere different as I'm controlling and managing all this breath and also doing these short panting style breaths. At some point, I'm probably going to faint during a video. I've never done it before. That's why I do this sitting. If I faint during a video, I'll be fine. There's nothing here I can hit besides a treadmill and a hard coffee table. So, and somebody commented I was busy yammering away as I tend to do. When I was a kid, my dad told me, he said, I think you like to hear yourself talk. And I said, I do. And then I started explaining why I like to hear myself talk. So sometimes I'm a talker, especially when I got sun tea made in the gorgeous Kansas heat. It got 100 degrees today, or what you call about 38.7 Celsius for most of the world that uses a measurement system that makes sense. Kevin Chris says thanks. Oh, thank you for showing up. Oh, nice pentagram on there. Where was I going? I was doing some. I'm gonna throw in. I'm just gonna go freestyle. We're gonna do some muting. We're gonna do some whatever. It's gonna be wherever it goes. JNC Mining says, good day, mate. Love the channel. I love you, JNC Mining. What are you a miner of? Oh, that reminds me, JNC Mining, of a joke I came up with last week. I was approached by a man in a bar, and he asked me to buy him a drink. And I said, well, I don't know. What do you do for a living? And he said he extracted minerals from the ground. I'm like, oh no, I'm not buying a drink for you. I'm not going to be tricked into buying alcohol for minors. I'm working on my dad jokes. So the lamer the dad joke gets, the better it is. This says, love gold, gold and booze and fishing. Oh, cool. I do enjoy catfish fishing. When I catch a catfish, I like to look it in the face and then let it go. Like last time I caught a catfish, I picked him up and he did that little... It's that catfish noise, that snoring outward. He went like this. I'm like, hey, I'm going to let you go. And it's kind of a tradition now. If I catch a catfish, I'm going to let you go. Mark Swartout says, dad jokes, hit me up. I've got lots. Oh, nice. And the cornier a dad joke is, the more it really sticks. You're a master of the jaw harp. I'm not. I am a student of the form of playing jaw harp. The thing I love about jaw harp is a beginner can pick up on the techniques. It doesn't have most of them don't have a super high learning curve like piano or guitar or anything, but you can spend your whole lifetime mastering this. And It's a musical instrument. It's also a meditational tool, and it's just freedom of expression. It takes whatever's in your brain and puts it out there. And as you grow on the jaw harp, your brain grows. And for meditation, I love it. Mr. Z says, sorry I wasn't here last time. I had a headache. Oh, bummer. Headaches suck. I don't get headaches much anymore. Well, I remember the last time I had a headache. It was probably heat-induced. But if you don't have a good brain, no headaches. When does a joke become a dad joke? I don't know. When does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes apparent. Boom! Mark Swartout with the dad joke win. I'm a dad now, so my dad joke technique's growing stronger every day, and that was good. I like that, Mark Swartout. There's that catfish noises. And you can move your tongue around and you flare your sinus cavity and just get all these beautiful things coming off it. My tongue's pushed to the top, my hissing like a snake. Sometimes I like to, especially on some of the quieter harps. Where's my drimba at? I have a couple old school sound drimba. Come and make a noise like the wind blowing, like that winter's. If you've ever heard the winter's wind whipping in a blizzard, it's and I don't know if the mechanics of what I'm saying, it's hard for me to translate exactly what's going on in my mouth and exactly what my glosses are. But it feels like if you're whistling, if you can whistle this tune, oh, whistling is a good analog for demonstrating harp noises. Also, it's cool. It's an udu in the background. It's Latin percussion. Oh, yeah, I do love the udu. I'm just not good at it. There's a Mark Schwartz says, loving the new Glasner Arrow. The Samurai's on. Oh, cool. And there's the udu back here, dude. The udu is this instrument with a hole in it. And I do not know how to play this very well. Got two holes in it. You hit it. It's also got a hole on the side. I wonder what that's for. But anyways, this is great. Grandpa Foster's water jug that him and his brother used to take out in the fields with them when they were 6. I think he was 6 years old and his brother was 7 or 8 years old. This thing is, and it's passed down to them by their parents, my great grandparents, or it's not Grandpa Foster, this is Grandpa Hans. An ancient watering jug, well over 100 years old, might even be 130. Yeah. My great grandpa drunk out of that when he was working the fields, pulling plows with horses. that's how old school that is. And you have 6-year-old kids plowing fields. You don't do that much anymore. And that was a day's worth of water for 2 young kids working in the heat. I'm like, oh, that's really well managing your water. Barrels. Oh yeah, it is. I like that. I don't drum on it or anything, but Grandma, I think she varnished it and gave it to me. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna keep this thing safe. They don't have a bunch of things. I have some old things from my grandparents. I like old things, especially something like that, where that steel that goes around there, looks like it was forged at a blacksmith. Rivets were handmade rivets. Could I play Old Town Road? No, I can't play Old Town Road. I don't really like playing songs, but I like dancing to some Old Town Road. A song that's been stuck in my head for about 3 or 4 days, it's on the radio constantly, is that St. John song, Roses. That song's infectious. What else am I going to play? Oh, yeah, I got the Veskovich. Oh, we got a mess of people here tonight. I'm so glad people are tuning in. I hope that you can go out and do things outside. before it gets too hot, because here in Kansas it's beginning to get hot. But at night we're getting down in the 80s, 87, 85. That's not too bad when the sun's not beating down on you. It gets very hot here in Kansas, or very humid and hot in central Kansas. But as it gets above 100, somebody just posted a dad joke and I missed it. But as the temperature creeps up above 100, the humidity quickly begins to drop. But when your temperature is 95 to 100 here in central Kansas in the late spring, early summer, it gets humid. I'd much rather it be 110 and totally dry than 99 and 60 or 70% humidity. Down in Florida and Louisiana, they get some nasty humidity. I've even been in parts of Oklahoma where it just gets ridiculously humid. How's the weather out where everybody's at? We got a mess of people watching. This is this Vocalizations harp I got in the mail. This thing is one of the best harps in G2 I've ever played. Joanne LeClaire says rainy. Oh, good day for rain. He says it's pretty humid here in North Carolina. Oh, North Carolina. I love North Carolina barbecue, the vinegar-based sauces, vinegar-based coleslaws. It's weird you say that after talking about the Udo. Mark Shaw says it's storming. I think we might have a pretty big thunderstorm roll through Kansas. I don't know if central Kansas will get hit or not. Mr. Z says, what did the knife say to the other knife? I don't know, Mr. Z. What did the knife say to the other knife? Let's see if he posts a reply. We're just getting... Hi Rafai says, tons of water. Oh, cool. I hope it's not damaging water. I hope it's like beneficial water that helps things and not washing things away. You're looking sharp. Oh, I wish I remember the front part of that joke. Perfect in Michigan. 80 this afternoon, pleasant in the evening, and 60s. I like that weather. He says, no, we're in a valley. It's damaging water. Oh, bummer. Stay on high ground, man. Keep your harps handy, because if your house floods away, you want to at least have a harp to play. I don't live in where I live, it's kind of valley-ish, but the part that I live in has good drainage. It's a little bit higher ground. If we get 6 inches of rain, I don't know. This house has had water in its basement before, but I think now we have better drainage. See where this goes here. If I can sit up a little bit. Somebody says, somebody posted another joke. So you'll get a foot tapping. Indiana checking in at 88 degrees, 65% humidity. Ooh, you humid there. You're going to be sweating a bit. It's that purifying sweat that people pay to get in saunas. Oh, yeah, this valley's been flooding for well over... Oh, cool. Their houses are designed for that. Does your family get tired of the harp? No, not really, because I only play the harp pretty much down here or outside. So I'm not like harping about my whole house anymore, because Donovan gets a hold... Oh, this is Joanne LeClaire. This is the new Vocalizations. I highly suggest if you want a Vocalizations, you can find him on Facebook or on Instagram as Vocalizations Harps. His harps now are ridiculously awesome. The harps, when I first got them from him, was when he first started making, so he had a ways to go. But this harp... I Am Smiley says, I live in the tsunami zone. Oh, dude, tsunami's the wall of water. That's pretty heavy. How long have we been? Oh, we've been going almost 30 minutes. How did 30 minutes go by? I think I've just been babbling and playing on the harp a few bits. Let's go ahead and get lost in it. After I get done, I'm going to shut this video down. So JC Mining says, cheers for plugging Nico Cornelius on his Insta's. Does he have a YouTube channel? Yes, I do believe he does. I don't know if he posts to it very often, but Nico Cornelius was a guest star on the Instagram channel a couple weeks ago. Didn't have a guest star tonight. Really worked hard this week doing heating and air. Had some late nights and night going till 9:30 in the heat. So my brain was not with it, and I didn't have a guest for Friday. So there's no Instagram Live. There's me kicking my table. We'll play for a bit. I'm going to get totally lost as Vocalizations, and then we're going to shut it down. So I love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got 20 people tuned in. That is awesome. I think our record's like 20 or 21 at one time during the live stream. But I am so happy y'all are tuning in. I'm so happy people are getting into harps. The pandemic shutdowns have started to subside here in the United States. But during the shutdowns, I've seen more people ordering more beginner harps than I ever have in my life. It was ridiculous. We sold tons of harps, and that means a lot of people are getting into the harp. So more people that get into the harp spread the harp more. The harp's kind of a contagious thing. So it's a super exciting time in jaw harp history. This sun tea I made today was good. I actually made some sun tea yesterday. Let it simmer outside in the 98, 97 degree heat all day. I put a ton of tea leaves in there. The whole tea, I just left them floating there. I made so strong a tea, it burnt my nose, like made my nose kind of twinge when I drank a little bit. I ended up pouring it in the garden, but today I got my sun tea recipe right on point. Strong and overpowering. A little bit of caffeine. Anyways, I love y'all. Keep your harps clean, keep dry, keep it well. I don't want to be done yet. I said I'd end the video. I don't want to end yet. It's a good night. It's a good day for harping. The week was super rough. Where's my Bill Goring at? Oh, I know what I'll play. Let's get weird on Ole Naya. We're kind of on a Drimba kick here tonight. I don't think I played one more Chang. Oh, I do have to play one more Chang before I quit. I'm legally required to. I've really been getting down on the Mohan bass. I'm hoping to get Mohan bass back in the future. I don't know, where's my Mohan bass? When I get weird on the harp, a lot of the times I leave harps all over the house. I don't know where my Mohan bass is. I have misplaced it. I know it's probably not... I'll play my old Mohan bass. I know it's probably not best for audio when I walk away from this microphone. This microphone's pretty nice. It picks up just this immediate area. It's a Shure MV5. Plugs right in my iPhone. I highly recommend it. Or if the sound you're getting is good, I highly recommend it. Mohan bass. Oh no, this is Mohan. This is one he made. I've never found another one like he made it. But it was kind of mid-rangey, but stiff still. It feels like a Homus. A Homus to me? Oh, I just coughed during a video. Is that illegal? We gotta play some more harps. I said I was gonna shut it down at 30 minutes. We're 34 minutes basically, and we're just gonna keep it going. Just a couple more harps. When you get on a good harping kick, why stop? This is gonna be the last one. I'm gonna end it with a 3-mount Ole Naya or Ole Niga, Kniga. No more computers. Play harp instead. Oh, cool. If he was whistling. but opening my throat up. You. I'm giving it also a short puff of air. I'm opening my throat. Ooh, you. Bringing my lips off it, but also closing the back of my tongue and my mouth. You. And bring my tongue up. That gives it you. Drop back in that and sneak in a breath. Also some open closed glottis. That I was sucking in a lot of breath because I'm out and in, but I'm giving more out than I am in. That deep breath also helps really refill my lungs because that shallow breathing doesn't seem to get a lot of breath out. It seems like you're using only the top part of the lungs, so I want to force it back down in the deep. Yeah, you got it, Mr. Z. Anyways, I love y'all so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for playing the harp. And I encourage you, share the jaw harp with someone, but maybe, well, in public it's hard right now because of the pandemic. Because think about playing a harp in public. Is there's saliva behind it, and you think about a sneeze, what it does. I don't know how much of you the harp is putting out in the air. So playing in public, if you're not outside, it's probably not a good idea because the COVID. The COVID came in and made things interesting for everybody. I'm going to end playing on my London harp. I love y'all. Harp out. Anyways, I'm nigh on 40 minutes. We got 38 minutes and 13 seconds. I love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Blah, blah, blah. Enjoy your weekend. If it's nice out and you can go outside safely, go outside safely. Get some sun. Love y'all. Adios. And yeah, this is not a third eye or a mark. I hit myself in the face with a tool this weekend. I think I had a pair of strippers or something, and I was prying on something. And I hit myself in the corner. So this is not paint on my forehead. This is actually a minor wound. I love y'all. I don't know where I was going with that. I just noticed, it looks like a little eye on my forehead. I love y'all. Keep your eyes clean. Keep dry. All be good to each other. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. End the live stream. End it rightly. Do it now. End. Love you.